Hey guys, this is Summer, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different for the Twin Flame community. I'm going to do Is This My Story, or Is This Your Story? And if it is something to where it is your story or sounds like it, put my story below. Let's see. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I did pull a first card. This could be your story if you feel like you have found that one person that could be your 10 of cups, meaning they make every ounce of you happy. Like living with this person or being with this person, you're more fearful of being without them than all the hiccups of being with them. This person, like, I feel like you have felt like you have known, or you thought what you knew what love was until you found this person. You now know what unconditional love means. It feels like, if this is your story, you have found that person that you want to marry, you want to have a happy home life with, you want to have children with, whether it be fur babies or real babies or just land. Like, you want to be in their everyday life. You want a commitment with them. And it's like you don't want anyone else. And if you guys don't work out, you know that this is your person regardless. Okay, so this may be your story if this is starting off like this, if this resonates. You could, this could be your story if this person exudes a king-like energy. Maybe he's very independent. Maybe he has gone to school, or maybe he has a job where he makes money. Regardless, he is in charge of his world. He doesn't depend on anybody else. He doesn't want to depend on anybody else. And others seem to follow him like a king. He may have many suitors, or have had in the past, but more so than that, it just looks like many people are drawn to him. I do see that this person has had a lot of toxic things, possibly a lot of women at their feet, but more so they are ending this. Like, they're finally growing up. I feel like they're finally getting over this last hump of yell or cry for their independence, because I feel like they're finally realizing that type of independence wasn't really serving the person that they've grown to be, maybe. Okay, so yes, I feel like this person is just maturing more, and they're starting to want to, I'm getting in my head, like, they're wanting to match their actions with their thoughts, or match their thoughts with their actions. Like, they say they want this, this, and this, and then yet they just keep going back and repeating old patterns, old ways of life that no longer really serves them. They've just gotten so used to it, used to handling things in this form. They've conditioned themselves to only get like a happy response when they do these kind of things. So they're looking for something more fulfilling. They're seeing light. Sometimes this is somebody who can be sort of a Debbie Downer, or just a negative thought pattern that kind of almost needs somebody opposite of them that uplifts them. And they're ready to move on to something more fulfilling, because this old lifestyle isn't matching who they truly are, which is the King of Pentacles. King of, they're ready to grow. They're ready to, sometimes this person, like I said, going back to the negativity, sometimes they see, like, you can have 5 positive things in front of them, and the 6th one be negative, and that's the one they see, and they don't see all the positive. But 5 of Cups is also represents change, emotional change. Like, you maybe have somebody that's changing their mind. Maybe they didn't want marriage, and now they are. Or maybe they're just seeing it as a different perspective, not so much a chain and ball, but like a a ride or die person that's not going to give up on you when you're in a bad mood or, you know, or you fuck up. So they're changing their perspective on what emotional fulfillment is, I feel like. Which can be hard to do with males because they, just is. Okay. So, I do see that some of you will, I feel like for 80% of you, this is going to be, in the near future, you will be receiving these messages. And for the other 20%, this is you already have received these messages. Regardless, I see a lot of texting in your near future. I see a lot of passionate, like, and emotional messages. Or how can I put this? Okay, a lot of passionate messages. 8 of Wands is a lot of messages coming to and fro, okay? And regardless of, I feel like that there was a tiff or an argument or a disagreement or something that otherwise I feel like that's what was pushing me to do this reading, because I feel like some of you are in turmoil today or have been stagnant. And this is your message. This is your clarification that they're wanting me to tell you. If you're afraid that these messages are going to be bad or not what you want, that's not the case. This is your confirmation that you see these 2 dolphins and the fire and the passion. 8 of Wands typically is, unless you get it with a certain combination of cards, it usually means good, loving, passionate messages. Messages that you want and that you want given and that you want to send. And this is, I do not feel you were initiating this. I feel like the person that you're listening to this for, or that you have a question about, they are messaging you. So don't let that worry you there. Let's see. Let's see what comes after that. Because someone or both parties feel just left out in the cold, unfulfilled. Okay, so you'll be receiving a lot of messages. Yes, yes. About a love offer, moving in with somebody, starting a new venture with somebody. This is messages about, I want a commitment with you, I want a new start, and come move in with me and get a job here. This is exactly what this is saying. A new financial and emotional offer. It can't get any more perfect than that, okay? Lots of messages going to and fro. Like I said, this could have already happened for 20% of you. The other 80%, this is going to happen in the near future, possibly anywhere from tonight till all this week. But it's like, it's peaking. I feel the energy peaking hardcore. So, let's see. Let's get some, that's a beautiful story. Let's get the clarifiers on, or not clarifiers, let's get some advice of how to handle this, okay? You got the Sun. So that's even validating that, yes, this is true. Your wish is coming true. You will be going to a higher level of commitment with this person. And either they're going to ask you to be their girlfriend, either on social media, or just you're going to wake up one morning and they're going to say, will you accept? And it's going to be like, blah, 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 has said that they're in a relationship with you, type of thing. Or, if it's not that, it's an understanding between you that you're in a relationship. And even to go for, but I feel like that's the lowest scale. I feel like that's 10 to 20%. For the rest of you, it feels like making known that this is my man, this is my woman to the masses, or engagement. And I feel like that's No, that's still pretty high, honestly. I feel, because honestly, with the, I know that every time I just roll my eyes with engagement when people say engagement, because it's, but the thing about the divine masculines is they go big or go home. Like, they take their time, so much of their time making decisions and mulling things around in their head, especially fire signs, that when they make a decision, it's like, oh, I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to go, you thought you were getting this? Oh, it's going to be better. You know what I mean? Like, they almost make up for what they put you through, if that makes sense. Okay, okay, so you're finally going to get some sincerity as well. Social relationships. So yeah, I see a lot of people bumping up on social media to relationship status. And not of that any bullshit where you're in a relationship. No, they're going to claim your name. Okay? Okay, and so for the advice, is for both masculine and feminine to get out of your vanity. Quit being conceitful and judgmental and a hypocrite. If you feel like your masculine is wrongdoing you, then you need to figure out what you're wrongdoing as well. Because typically you guys mirror each other. So it might not be the exact same thing, like I cheat, you cheat. It may be like, just take it as it applies. You know how things tend to, males and females do things in different ways. Okay, here's a better example. I'm controlling. My masculine is controlling. Our controlling tendencies do not look the same at all. At all. So, my point is, don't be a hypocrite when you go to your masculine feminines, because you're mirroring them, so you need to figure out what you're doing. And if you heal that, then there's no choice but the masculine to heal that as well, because you're the same. You're one. Laziness. I'm getting laziness a lot. A lot of masculines are being lazy, and that's rubbing off on the feminines, and the feminines are mirroring that back, and they're getting in a state of lethargy and not wanting to put forth effort. Like, it's almost like you take each other's passions away when you're not on the same wavelength. So basically, if you want this, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to take your obstacles and your challenges and compromise and basically surmount your odds. Like, you're going to have to beat the odds together. You're going to have successful negotiations. As long as you, 8 of Coins in reverse, step your shit up a little bit. Step your game up. And then make that person meet you at the same level. Quit being jealous, and the masculines will have you nothing to get jealous about. And vice versa. Quit acting, doing things that seem incriminating or seem threatening to the other person, and they will stop reacting to that way, okay? So do your work. Quit being lazy. Quit letting people take your power away. And you will have the 7 of Wands, which is victory. Successful negotiations with your opponent. So you guys are trying to balance out your power right now, and you will. You just have to step it up. Get rid of the petty arguments, okay? All right, so let me know if this resonated, and let me know if that helps. you see things a little bit more clearly of what you need to do. I feel like we should get one angel guidance. I know that sometimes people turn this off, but the advice, honestly, is the best part. Even if you say you already know what to do, no, you don't. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this situation. Or you're not doing it and you need to hear it again. Huh. Innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Know and realize that everybody's reactions are based out of their own experiences, and at one time we were all innocent. So remember that when you're harsh to judge. Everyone is innocent. So treat them as that. Okay? Love and be loved. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will be on here later for the Twin Flame Daily Energy Reading. Okay? Love you. Bye.